José Ramón Palanco, Vice President of Threat Intelligence in 11 Paths, is the unity of cybersecurity of the Telefónica Group, is founder of Dinoflux, a startup of threat intelligence acquired by Telefónica. He studied telecoms engineering at the University of Alcalá de Henares. He's an MA in IT government from the University of Deusto, and he's been a speaker at the OWASP, RootCon, Malcon, and FAQ in other places. Thank you very much for your introduction. I wanted to tell you a bit more about a startup that was acquired in a different way from other startups that get more appeal. Is the case of Dinoflux. This is a threat intelligence platform. And what it did was try to obtain information on threats to share this intelligence through any device. At that time, technology was very interesting. We managed to get a technology that had no leveraging, which might sound very good but sometimes you can get advantages when negotiating with investors, but it wasn't exactly like that. When you talk about venture capital, you see that they had this leverage and that you rack up debt, because if you have debt with an entity that has lent you money, you have a commitment. That's what you look for when you have risk capital. You need to have a commitment. So we had a startup, we had some pilots that were working, but we realized that this market was fast moving, and we had those two options. We had to go ahead with the technology because we knew that we wanted to bring our technology to its highest potential, and the market was moving very fast. We realized that we had to make a decision. If we accepted an investment, then we knew that you could get capital of 500,000, 1 million, but money goes very fast. The goal of the rounds is to prepare the next one. You cannot just wait to run out of money to go to the next round. So we were working with companies we were competing with companies in our same sector, and it was difficult for us to compete with them. One of the disadvantages of being acquired is you lose some control over the technology, but you are within a company organization that will allow you to compete in better conditions than other startups that have received investment. So an acquisition process is a long process. You know, when you start negotiating, when you get the first proposal, you know when you start, you don't know when you will finish. You have to have your plans, you cannot stop working, you have to keep on with your operations, and the goal is to show that you're doing well during the acquisition process. Maybe during the process you'll have to have due diligence, but also I don't think the microphone is working. Well, I was saying not only the technological aspect, but also the financial aspect and your business model. You have to overcome this in a good way to continue with your decision, and you need to be ready for changes. You know there is going to be changes. Once your startup is acquired, maybe the product ends up being something different that you didn't expect. You are not part of the team. There is another team who is ready to manage the product, and then you are on a second plane, and you have to be ready for these changes. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, I have something else to say. Well, we made the decision. And we negotiated with Telefónica, with 11 Paths. As I was saying, this was a very long process. It took us about a year, and we are very happy with our decision. Today, our Dinoflux is a Telefónica platform that offers its own intelligence. It's been integrated within some services of 11 Paths. And in our particular case, we've been allowed and developed the roadmap. I think this is very important to us to develop our ideas, our plans. And the best thing is that we have the best resources in terms of sales, marketing, auto-market, and development of the business. Thank you very much.